Hi folks, something different for the channel today. I'm bringing you a look at an excellent army surplus store, RTI, and they're based in the small town of Lutterworth in Leicestershire, England. And if you ever want to visit, they're very easy to find off the main M1 motorway, and I'll post a link to their website. This is the sort of place which, for boys and girls from 4 to 104, you'd find something of interest here. Stock levels are enormous, and they have a real mix of genuine army surplus from the British Armed Forces and lots of European forces and worldwide for that matter. And then also they have a lot of commercial products being made today, so a real mix there. And it's one of these places that if you're interested in military surplus equipment of any kind, it's be very hard to come in here and actually not buy something and walk out with something. Many of you perhaps watching this will recognise a lot of the items, so I won't describe them all, but as you can see there's some MTP, British Army wear, plus DPM wear, Gore-Tex, etc. And that's on my channel. I posted a couple of videos about them recently, and I bought them from this shop. Now the staff here are extremely friendly, very friendly, and there's no pressure to buy. You might find the camera work a little bit shaky because I filmed this on a Saturday when they were very busy, and I was trying to avoid filming both the staff and the customers, which was a bit difficult at times. They sell to the trade a lot, and they open to the public only on certain days a week. They open Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and now I think Sunday as well. So they're closed Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Just bear that in mind in case you were going to visit them, because as I say, they deal with the trade as well as just the retail public. And as you can see from the video, the amount of variety of items they have is tremendous. And during COVID, they took the opportunity to have a sort of big sort out and organisation. So they are very much in a logical manner. As I said, they're very happy for you to wander around, try something on, and if you're looking for something in specifically, or you're looking for a certain size, they're there to help you when you need that. But as I say, there's absolutely no pressure to buy anything if it's not the thing you want. So as we can see, it's I'd hate to do the stock taking here, by the way. Some NATO jumpers there. As you know from my channel, boots is one of the things. These are some of the boots they've got there, which I think are Belgium jack boots, some of them, but we'll be looking at the main boot section in a little while. And they've got both brand new and grade 1, etc. So you've got a real choice. Again, they've got uniforms from throughout Europe, Bundeswehr and Austria and Germany, and I'm sure Czechoslovakia and other countries. Some nice flags they're showing. So a great place to visit. I would say it's probably one of the premier surplus stores in the UK, from the amount of genuine stock they've got and the service they give probably as well. As you can see, there's a bag from the US. So lots of rucksacks, packs, again some ex-surplus, some brand new. Lots of small items as well. You know, you don't have to come in and buy large ticket items. They've got, you know, if you're looking for something for children, things like badges, etc. there. Tins of polish, everything really that you can think of. So there's some of the stick-on badges. Mugs, look. Hats, helmets. And if you're American looking at this thinking, I don't think the Brits are allowed guns, well, these are all either deactivated or reproductions or air weapons. Yeah, they're not the full-size weapons you'd find in other countries, of course. But some of them are genuine, but they've just been deactivated. That just gives a look there, overview of the entrance area. So this is the sort of boot section, and the whole mix here from a lot of Altbergs. They've got the Akus, they've got Ittori, all of which I've featured on the channel. Some of the boots that I have I've bought from this shop. Laces, look, something that's sometimes hard to find in the right length. They've got Magnum boots. They've got some boots I've got no idea where they're from or what they are. Some go back probably quite a while. Magnum desert boots, and they've got brand new products as well as surplus. Pair of the Tory desert boots there. And they've also got some, fairly unique ones. We'll come back to them in a moment, I think. I'll tell you what they are. These are the old French army, what was called Ranger boots. Part of the French 1947 uniform. They copied them from the American M43 double buckle boots, and that pair there were probably quite an early pair because they're in the sort of natural tan colour, and I think the French army changed in the 1960s to black, so they were probably from the 1950s, that pair of boots. So, you've got real sort of old-fashioned oddities like that mixed in with brand new products as well. So really extensive boot section. Now, even as I was looking around this, I've been coming here for a number of years. The owner told me, and I said to him, do you ever get problems getting stock? He said, no, I could fill this place 5 times over. He's got warehouses full of stock. So even when you see how much he's actually got, in this shop, it's amazing. But he's still got more stock available. So again, this is something you want that you didn't see here. You could then ask them, and they might even have that, in their warehouse. Because obviously, even though this is a large area, they can't put every single item out on display. Okay, so while we're just looking around there, interestingly, if you talk about army surplus, most of us probably think it started after the Second World War, but when I investigated, it actually goes back to the American Civil War. A young guy called Francis Bannerman, his father had fought in the American Civil War on the Union side, and he started army surplus in New York. Ended up with like 7 different shops and then amalgamated them to one massive shop in New York. And he even then took over an island in the Hudson River, Hudson Bay, to store all this stuff he got from the American Civil War, and then later the American-Spanish War. And he built an arsenal there because, frankly, the residents of Brooklyn probably didn't want black powder being stored there. So he put it on this massive castle, basically, he built. Because after the American Civil War, the American army obviously was quite small before, and then it was quite small after the American Civil War, so much surplus. And in his catalogue, he even had things like cannons and Gatling guns. So that's an interesting story to look up. Francis Bannerman and the story of how Army Surplus started. So that's how it all started, really, what we know as the modern Army Surplus stores. So as you can see, coming back to this store, here's all the trousers they've got again, both in camouflage and plain. Yeah, and it ended badly for Francis Bannerman because he died in 1918, and in 1920 the castle he built full of gunpowder actually blew up. And then in the 1960s there was a large fire there, so it's unfortunately it's ruins today, but I think they're trying to use it as a tourist attraction now. I'm not sure about that, but Bannerman Castle on an island in the Hudson was a massive Army Surplus storeroom to feed his shops in New York. So there you go. If you have road traffic rage, this is what you need. A pair of MG-34 German machine guns from the Second World War. Deactivated though, of course. Okay, folks. Hope you found this interesting. Pay them a visit if you can. And, take care out there.